Alrighty guys, hello and welcome back to the show. So today we're going to be doing Planetary Annihilation. Did a showcase and a gameplay POV for Beyond All Reason, and today we're going to be doing Planetary Annihilation. Today, I'm not going to do a showcase on this one because I think a lot of people already know what it is, and there are other people that have done a good amount of showcases on them. If you are like a Planetary Annihilation player that finds my channel because of this game, the reason I'm doing this is I'm going into, it's called an RTS triathlon, where we're going to be playing Fortune Alliance Forever, which is the game that I come from, Beyond All Reason, and then Planetary Annihilation. And it's going to be me, a YouTuber representing Fortune Alliance, and then a YouTuber representing Planetary Annihilation, and one representing Beyond All Reason. So we'll see how this actually ends up working out. I did play, so I played a bot match, and then I've played one other ranked 1v1. And this game's a lot. It's very different. It's probably more realistic because you're dealing with like an entire planet, but it's hard for me to get my head around the fact that it's like hard to wall off or defend or set up choke points and unit production, things like that. My playstyle for Fortune Alliance Forever is just like encircle the enemy, and okay, here we go, we got a game. And encircle the enemy, and this is going to be interesting. Okie dokie. But this is going to be. So I'm going to be comparing this a lot to Fortune Alliance Forever, just because that's my frame of reference right now.
Choose start point.
So, okay, at least there's only one planet this time, thank God. Dealing with multiple planets almost broke my brain. Oh, yo, this guy was trying to get me to play. This guy was trying to get me to play Free for All earlier. I don't know why this guy thought that it would be a good idea to like invite me. I don't know how he found me or like why he reached out, but we'll see how this ends up going. So watched a couple of pro matches, and I think that kind of a good starting build order is you go bots first, I think. You go one power generator, and then you got your four starting metal extractors or mass extractors, mexes. I'm gonna call them mexes just because that's what I'm used to. I think last game I just went for a lot of construction bots and tried to expand out as quickly as I could. It does look like there's rocks, so there is reclaim in this game, just like in Fortune Alliance. So we'll see. Here's one thing that's cool. If you select a mass extractor, you can like drag a circle and it'll automatically create things in that area, which I think is really super cool, especially in this game, because this game is like much more free selection. It's less there's less snapping, and I really like the fact that in FAF, like if you're like basically in orbit, you can kind of still build things relatively well because they kind of snap together pretty easily. You can also patrol an area as well. What are you doing? Is that the reclaim animation? Looks like he's thinking about helping that guy. All right, I don't know. Who knows? Let's go. Vehicle factory. So this game, like in Beyond All Reason, you have bots and vehicles broken up into different little subsections. Yeah, we're gonna go. Okay. Getting power, we're getting metal, we need more power, that's for sure. I won my last game though, but I didn't really know what else to do, so I was like, alright, I'm gonna build an Atlas, and ended up wrecking his base, so I guess it worked. I need more build power actually, you know what? These factories are getting constructed entirely too slowly. I also found out that bombers in this game stupid strong.
Continuous build enabled.
So building AA with your army is like a necessity. Whereas in FAF you can kind of get away with it because like your interceptors will be able to get there. But I mean like bombers are like one-hit kills to like your entire army. So very strong, stupid annoying. I think this is the other starting location. So let's go check and see if we can get some expanding engineers. Hey. Fabrication, pretty cool. Okay, I also want to get an air factory up. Yeah, see, air is strong.
Continuous build enabled.
Like stupid strong. Wait. Alright, and then for a couple more bot factories, and luckily our gameplay style of like just overwhelm the enemy still works out like relatively okay in this game, so that's what we're gonna be. This guy invited me to play free-for-all with him, and I told him I didn't want to because this was game number 2, so we'll see if my FAF skills translate well enough over. Love that mechanic. That's such a good mechanic. Alright, so one thing that Scooby told me, because I think he plays a good amount of Planetary Annihilation, I reached out to him. I think he's asleep right now. But that you need to get into orbit as quickly as possible, and I think I'm going to do that even though even though there's only one planet. I think I'm still going to take that kind of advice.
Orbital launcher online.
Sweet. Where's... I'm going to get those, and 10 of those. And just kind of have... So there's like air... there's like orbital fighters, and I'm just going to try and have them like just patrol around. Alright, we got some units up here. I want scout. Where are my scouts? There they are. Oh yeah, and this is nice as well. You can just set something to patrol the entire map, and these guys will just go off. Previously, I was manually selecting that, and that was, you know, stupid. Alright. We have enough of those.
Continuous build enabled.
Alright. Something's fighting something somewhere. Yeah, see, air? Air is very strong. Luckily it works kind of like in FAF though, where if you get in behind them, you can do some work. Okay.
Enemy commander detected.
Alright, so we found his base. Okay, his base is over here. These guys are just like running around doing nothing. Alright. Send our comm out there to deal with this little shindig. Come on. Thank you. You also have to bind things to control groups, which I actually find super irritating, but you know. don't know what that. Oh. Oh, shit. Wait, where's my D-gun thing? Fire orders, return fire, attack, alt fire. Okay, what's the hotkey for that? D. Alright, sounds good. Let's remember that for later. Alright, we have our advanced bot lab. Let's go for... Slammers sound pretty good. I slam things. Okay, so this is his base. Get my air cover in position. Scout it real quick. This is good. We got him behind, taking out some of his mexes. Alright, who is going there? You don't need to go there.
We've seen you expand your production.
I know. Same thing as the last game, this side seat driver tutorial reminding me to do things that I already know I need to do. Alright, well I think we're wrecking his shit. Taking out some more mess. Where are you? Okay. It's right there.
Enemy commander detected.
Okay. Vehicle factory is down. We have to deal with this laser tower. Okay, so he's got another little base over
Enemy
here.
commander detected.
Where? There he is. Alright. That was a lot of his eco, at least. Let's keep sending you guys to go deal with that base. Oh, hello. He's gonna wreck my shit, too. Wow, he's got bases all over the place. All right. Go hit that thing. You guys go hit this thing too. Where'd my advanced bot lab go? Bombers, man, like they're so freaking strong. I have AA in my build order, I just don't know where it's all going.
Enemy commander detected.
All right, we got him. Okay. So I don't really know what the efficiency numbers mean. I don't know whether that's like units that are doing something or what, or energy actions per minute. That seems really low compared to what I'm usually at in Fortune Alliance Forever. But then again, like I don't know the hotkeys 100% yet. So like I know like patrol and like reclaim and binding control groups and things like that, because I don't think that there's a select all function. If there, I was looking in the settings for the hotkey for like select all air or select all ground. I didn't see anything like that. So if that's hidden somewhere, let me know. Otherwise, guys, I think before this, I'm gonna go back and review before this game. Actually, after this game, I'll go back and review my first game, and I want to compare now that I've played this game versus playing the last game, because I felt like the last guy that I played wasn't as good, but the game also was longer. So I'm gonna go back and do like a first-person walkthrough on that replay as well, and I'll see you guys in a second. Okay, so this was the first game that I played. Not sure if it shows me yet. I get real disoriented as well whenever I'm like spinning the planet around. So we're gonna. Is the fast forward doing anything? Doesn't really seem like it's doing anything. Skip ahead 30 seconds. Is this me? I think this is me. If I remember right, it's me. The other dude was yellow, I think. Yeah. So yellow dude over on this side of the planet. I'm over on this side of the planet. So pretty much polar opposite. I'm up here at the North Pole and he's at the Southish Pole. Does that make it go faster? Does that just make it go slower? It makes it go a little faster. All right, so we're gonna watch this through at top speed. So I did kind of a similar build order: bot factory, power generator, mass extractors or metal extractors. If you guys play Planetary Annihilation, let me know if that build order is shit or if it's pretty good. Down in the comments below, or what an ideal build order is. I watched a couple of pro matches, but they were old pro matches, so I don't know if that meta still exists. But moving on, we can skip forward another couple of minutes. So I went with orbital launcher, and then I built a transport and didn't do anything with it for a really long time. Actually, looks like I built 2 transports. I tried to transport something to the other planet and then forgot about it, just because I'm not used to dealing with other planets. So having something out there with another planet just kind of like broke my brain a little bit. And is there a scoreboard? Okay, so here's our scoreboard. What is this? I think this is mass, energy, or I'm sorry, metal and energy. So it looks like I'm collecting more metal than he is. The eco in this game just seems like I don't know. I think the games are just designed to be going faster, because like I really struggle using all of my metal until I tried to build it, until I built a Titan, and then it was like, oh, there's that metal there. Army. So I'm out producing him a little bit on the army side of things. He's got more factories than me though. This is kind of cool that you can break this down in real time. I like this. You can see factories. You gotta select the factories for that. Skip ahead more. So at this point in the game, this was getting to the point in the game where I didn't really know what I was supposed to do. So I just kept like trying to raid him. Like I kept hitting this backside and then just getting like destroyed by this bomber. Expanding to grab some metal extractors. Damn it, did it again. And then I was going for an advanced bot factory because I didn't really know what I was supposed to do. This was like a little raid, and I thought that these were military bots, so I think I sent them to go kill this little docks. Just kind of like a lab. Although they're a little bit more effective in like larger numbers. Like labs kind of really fall off in FAF. And in this game, they seem to have some relatively good staying power and seem to be semi-useful throughout the rest of the game. Okay, so this is moving. Yeah, so I ended up just sending my commander out there. It's like, you know what, screw it. But this is what I mean, like, you have to deal with, like, all areas of attack, and this was hard for me to keep up with. Whereas, like, in FAF, you can... It's more... Well, I mean, it is three-dimensional, but, like, you really only have to defend, like, you know, specific sides of your base. Like, at max, you really only have to defend 3 sides of your base. Unless you're really in trouble, then you have to deal with 4 sides. Yeah, so I was trying to do, like, my FAF strategy here, which is, like, raiding with multiple units, but I had so many different armies, and I couldn't keep track of them, that, like, this would happen. Oh, I did have AA. My armies. I kept thinking that, like, these armies were just, like, crushing my AA. I guess I did have AA. What is this? It's a... Oh, Grenadier. I want to see if he's... Is he on the other island? Or other planet? I at one point thought that he was, but I'm not seeing it. Okay, so I guess neither of us went for this planet. Oh, I forgot about this. I saw this in one of the casts that I watched, how they were able to switch back and forth between planets. That's going to be really useful. I wonder if there's a hotkey for that I can find. Because that would help immensely whenever we're keeping up with 2 different planets. I don't think I built enough power. I only got 7 power generators, and they're all T1 or Tech 1. And from an eco perspective... Dude, I don't understand what he is spending all of his metal on. Like, he's getting way more than me, right? That's what that means? Maybe it's all these... Maybe it's all this orbital stuff. Is orbital stuff super expensive? I guess I would imagine it is. He does have an advanced bot factory. But yeah, so looking at factories, I pulled ahead of him on the factory side of things, just trying to overwhelm him. This is what I was talking about with the bombers. I'm pretty sure I'm about to get rolled here by bombers. Yeah, so like even if you notice this, there's like, it takes so long for your interceptors to get all the way around the planet. And these bombers are like one-shotting my units. And it seems like they just naturally want to stay nice and clumped up for bombers. They're just like, yes, come kill me. He's pushing out more bombers. Did a lot of bomber raids. I was able to do a little bit of damage here, just cause a little bit of problems. Back to my base. I think this was about the time that I started getting confused and was just like, alright, I guess we go for Titan now. I was building advanced fab bots. I didn't really know what I was supposed to build at T2, I guess that would be. I didn't really know what I was supposed to build at T2 as far as bots. I think I built Smashers, I think is what they're called. Just said heavy assault bot. That sounded pretty good to me. I feel like anything, usually kind of the rule of thumb is anything with the words heavy and assault in it is usually a relatively good unit that you want a lot of. Something is thumping around. I also didn't really build towers. That might have been a good thing. It seems like you have to build towers in this game in order to just like defend. Because otherwise you just end up with units all over the place. And this is where I started building my Atlas. And really started bottoming out on the efficiency side of things. Oh, I think I understand what this means now. This means that like you have all of the metal available to you that you need. And then this is how much you're negative on whatever resource that is. So I don't think I realized that I was low on power, even though I had whatever the tutorial thing is screaming in my face about power. Also didn't build any umbrellas, the orbital defense. That probably would have been good things to build. Does he not have all of the mexes in his main base? At 13 minutes into the game, it seems bad. He's collecting way more metal than me. What is he doing with it? It's got to be the orbital stuff. That's the only thing that I'm really not doing is the orbital, because I just wasn't keeping up with it. Also, air fighting in this game is so much easier than air fighting in FAF. Because these things like turn on a dime, so it's so easy if your opponent's not paying attention to just get in behind and wreck him. So I was like, oh hey, you know, I'll get in there and mess his shit up. Oh, you can get advanced metal extractors. Okay, I mean that would have been a good thing. That would have been a good thing for me to get. Either game. So I saw he was building an Atlas at one point. Oh, and he's got an advanced energy plant. And it's a really good thing that I ended this game whenever I did, otherwise he would have crushed me. So fast forward, we'll jump forward another 2 minutes. This is almost done, because this was kind of the same. Like, he was just like encircling me pretty much. Wow, he's producing way more metal than I am. I finally leveled out my energy, sort of. Ish. Yeah, we're just waiting on the Atlas to get done. I think he started work on his own Atlas at one point, because he had it under construction whenever I ended up raiding his base. So this is the an exhibition of how good Tech 1 units are later on in the game. They're not very good. There's also something spitting at me from orbit. I guess there must be some sort of orbital bomber. Anyway, yeah, my Atlas is done. So he started building his own here, and his is going up way faster than mine did. Watch this dude stomp his way over. Thing looks super cool. Although I don't think it has guns. Like, I don't really know what these things are up top, because whenever it fights, literally all it looks like it does is just like jumps up and slams itself into the ground. And it doesn't look like it has any AA to speak of. Where are my fighters? Oh yeah, there they are. I did bring fighters in to deal with it. Yeah, boom. This is probably a really cheap way to win, actually, now that I'm watching this back and I can see where this guy was. Found his commander. Boom. Alright. Does end up killing my Atlas, though. Now that I'm watching this back, like in replay, it was very fortunate that I took the way that I did, that I went over whatever the hell this thing is, and then into his base that way. That was very fortunate. But anyway, this is a super fun game. I would, yeah, like expect to see more of it in the future. Like I said, not going to do a whole lot on Planetary, Annihilation, or Beyond All Reason, but do want to add those into the channel where appropriate. So this is what you guys can expect to see me sucking on in a couple days. So anyway, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.